Hello everyone, it's Joe here from Draft FPL and welcome to a weekly series helping you find some good value free agents and waiver pickups in Draft FPL. Looking ahead to game week 32, I am recording this quite early in the week. It's currently Monday before the Liverpool game, mainly because I'm going away this week, so I'm getting it done nice and early. So there are a couple of things that are still up in the air with regards to injuries and stuff like that, but we're going to do the best we can. Let's get stuck into the picks for game week 32. First up then is Sir Robert Holding of the mighty Arsenal. I don't have the availability percentages because the Draft FC website is not currently working at the moment. So I have gone for picks that I'm pretty confident are in the available range as we would expect. Rob Holding is one of them. Looks like Saliba's definitely going to be out of the Southampton game and potentially the City game as well, although you probably don't want an Arsenal defender for that fixture anyway. The next three fixtures after game week 32 are really tough. So in terms of 1 week punts, I think Southampton at home for the league leaders is about as good as it gets. Top versus bottom, pretty certain Holding's going to play. And I just think it's a really easy pickup just for that 1 week, just for this one good fixture, and then you can bin him off after that. Next up, we have got Palace. You'll see from the rest of the video, I am pretty big on Palace. These next three games, I think, are really strong fixtures. Everton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home, all really positive for the Palace boys. They look like they're absolutely back at it with Hodgson back in the frame. Looks pretty likely that they're going to stay up now, but I wouldn't be surprised if the feel-good factor lasts for a few more games. And Guehi is about as good a pick as you can hope for. Absolutely nailed on. Decent on the set pieces. The fullbacks don't go forward that much anyway, so he is the man I would go for. As I said, you'll happily start him in the next 3 game weeks. Everton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home. Doesn't get too much better than that. Next up, I've got Konate of Liverpool. Looks to be the centre-back partner of choice to VVD at the moment. I think he started 7 on the spin now. As long as he stays fit, he looks to have that position in the team locked down. Forest at home in 32 is the standout fixture this week for Liverpool. And their fixtures are actually just really good in general, so I think he's a very smart pickup at the moment. You know, Forest at home, West Ham away, then a double game week of Tottenham at home, Fulham at home in 34, and then Brentford at home in 35. It doesn't get too much better than that. So just a really smart pickup. Last I checked, he was available in around about 50% of leagues. I actually picked him up in 2 separate leagues last week. So he's definitely got some availability. I would suspect he's probably available in about 40-ish%. But if he's free, he's a really, really strong pickup. On to midfielders then. And first up, we have Harry Wilson of Fulham. I've talked the last couple of weeks about how I think Fulham are kind of finished, but that doesn't mean they're going to stop scoring goals, as we saw in the Everton game. Put 3 past Everton and could have had a hatful more. I was, the player I had written down initially before I really thought about it was Dan James, who did play up front for Fulham in place of Vinicius. Obviously, Mitrovic has still got that lengthy ban, but he is ineligible to play Leeds because it's his parent club and he's on loan at Fulham. So the man I'm going for instead is Harry Wilson. I think Willian is just as good of a pick as well, but I thought I'd mix it up. I know Harry Wilson's about 99% available, so I thought that would be a good one. Leeds at home this week is a really good fixture. I think that's going to be a really open game. I think that's got goals written all over it. Villa away in 33 is tough. Then they have a really tough double game week. City at home, Liverpool away. But, you know, it is still a double game week. You wouldn't be surprised if Fulham score a goal or 2 over those 2 games. Then Leicester at home in 35 is a good fixture for from an attacking point of view as well. I think Fulham's defence has kind of run its course now. I wouldn't really be looking to touch them, but I think the attack still does have some value. As I said, I think they are kind of on the beach a little bit, but the games should be very open. Next up, we've got the Palace duo, obviously Eze and Elise. I will say I do slightly prefer Eze over Elise, and that's not just recency bias. I did advise someone on Reddit this week before this game week to go for Eze over Elise. Luckily, he did follow my advice and got, I think, about an extra 12 points from that decision. I think Eze's got slightly more goal threat, plays a lot more central. Elise is further forward, does create more chances, but doesn't have the same level of clinicity. I don't think that's a word. But yeah, Eze is just a little bit more clinical in the box, whereas Elise is creating a few more chances. I personally prefer to go for Eze, but I think both are good picks, especially over the next 3 game weeks. Everton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home in the next 3 for Palace is really strong. And I think chances are, they would have been snapped up quite a lot in the waivers last week, but I think they're still decently available, at least one of the two, Eze or Elise. I think they're both strong picks. Next up, we have Billing of Bournemouth. I'd love to put Utara in here, but as he didn't start the last game, even though he did score the 93rd minute winner against Spurs, I'm just not that confident that he's going to get the start. I think he probably will, and I think if you want to risk it, I think he is a slightly more fun pick than Billing. But Bournemouth do have good fixtures over the next 3. West Ham at home, Saints away, Leeds at home, really strong. It's a good time to own Solanke. And beside him, you have got the likes of Billing, Utara, Christie that could all factor into the points. It's just a little bit of a gamble which is going to start. I think Billing is the most secure and the most boring, and hence that's why I've put him in the video. Lastly, then on to forwards. I promised I wouldn't try and get it again this season. I've moaned all year about the Leicester forwards. I've had Daka, Iheanacho, Vardy in and out all season long. It's been driving me mad, but in the second half against City, when Iheanacho came on, Leicester just looked so much better that I'm surely Dean Smith's a smart manager. He's going to look at that and think Iheanacho has to play. I personally have always thought he's the best of the 3 options. Wolves at home, Leeds away, Everton at home, Fulham away. I don't know why I've put Fulham away as orange. That is a mistake. I think these are a great run of fixtures. Leicester are terrible at the back. They're not that great going forward either, but they do have the players, they do have the talent. If they can find a bit of form, they will start scoring some goals. And surely now, Iheanacho will be the man that leads the line and starts raking in those points. Okay, just a quick one from me then this week. As I said, I am going away, so my replying to the comments may be a little bit patchier than usual. I'm going away for 2 weeks. I'm hoping that while I'm away, I'll be able to make the Game Week 33 and Game Week 34 waiver videos while I'm away. So hopefully there won't be too much disruption. You may not see my face in the corner of the videos, but we'll see how I can get on in the hotel. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please do hit the like button. If you want to support the channel, the Patreon link is down below. There are the latest rankings live on the Patreon, as well as weekly odds for the Premier League teams to help you make your waiver decisions. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.